What's up guys, this is Krishna here with another exciting tutorial on how to install VisualSFM on Mac High Sierra. It actually works. Check this out. After a few days of troubleshooting, I finally managed to install the software and it works. Let's see here. Well, I don't really have anything to show you, but I promise it actually works. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. This is not kind of tutorial. It's more like a procedure I followed. And since my first video of this installation, I have had a lot of questions asked about a number of issues people encountered. Unfortunately, since I didn't experience those errors during my first installation, it was difficult for me to answer them. So apologies if I haven't answered some questions. During this installation though, I went through almost all the errors that I saw in the comment section of my first video. So without further ado, again, here it goes. I have given a link to the files to download in the description. These are modified files. Obviously you can go ahead and use Dan Monahan's script, which obviously works fine also, but with High Sierra I encountered a number of issues and I have solved a few of those problems and hence the modified files. So if you don't want them, it is available in the description below. Just click on the link and you can download the files. So in the installation file you will have a few items, which are VisualSFM, OS X installer master zip, and then PBA v1.0.5.zip, and then PMVS underscore PMOULON JIT.zip, and then SIFT underscore GPU.zip. Okay, so obviously I don't have the visuals to show you. However, actually, you know what? I kind of do. As a matter of fact, let me see here. There. These are the files I'm referring to. Okay, you will find it in the download link. Some of these are actually modified files. The SIFT GPU, I got it from elsewhere, which was not in the script. I did some research and I found a link where I could download it, and it's slightly modified. And this PMVS PMOULON JIT.zip is also slightly modified. PBA was automatically generated by the SH installer. So you see a number of files here that has automatically been installed by VisualSFM installer. You'll get those when the installer runs fully. So those are the files, and the main file, which is your installer file, is this one, which is the VSFM OSX installer.sh. that you need to run that on terminal. Anyway, so all you need to do is to run this installer file from this folder using terminal. So let me just pull terminal up here to show you. It's not the Houdini I want. So, mistake there. Okay. Here's the terminal file. Just going to check. Right, okay. There's your installer. And I'm going to hit return and let's see what happens. And I'll just explain certain things here for you. But all you need to do is just drag and drop that SH file into terminal and press return. But before you do that, you got to make sure that you copy. Where did it go? These three files, which are in the part of download, you gotta copy them onto your user folder directly. Make sure you do that before you run the sh file, because it will look for these files, and if they are not available, it will go and download them from the internet. Now the issue with that is that a couple of files are not modified and they're not latest, and one of the links has actually expired, so it may not even work. Anyway, so let me run this. This is showing that my version of Xquartz is perfect, but you may actually get an error saying it's better. It's actually an updated version, because I had 2.11, I think. Anyway, so now it's I reinstalled it to 2.7.8, so it's saying it's perfect. I just gotta enter. So it's installing brew packages and whatnot. Obviously, depending on what your system is, the installer will install a lot of brews like what you're seeing right now. Maybe maybe not that much. I'm not really sure. See these warnings here you're getting? You can disregard them. I read about it online, and I went through a lot of research, and you know, it's no big deal. So while it's waiting for this replace SIFT GPU master, I'm just gonna scroll up a little bit, and I want to show you something here. See these warnings here where it says GTK plus 2.24.28 is already installed. Now the matter of fact is that I actually had errors with GTK plus, and I went through a lot of painful tasks to get it to run. Now I don't expect you to get that error, but if you do get it, I have left a link to read through, which has got a name, GTK plus or minus 2 error. Just follow that link and see what you can read, and you know, that'll give you a good instruction of what to do if you get this error and how to fix it. And then you get a lot of error, warnings underneath. Glue is already installed, etc., etc. But before I got these warnings, I actually got error messages. Those are the messages you want to really watch out for. When you get an error message, underneath them, usually the installer is pretty smart. It actually tells you what to do to resolve that error. Just follow that. Warnings are not big deals, but errors are, yeah, I guess they're big deals, as a matter of fact. So yeah, you got to watch out for these, and make sure you get them all fixed. You can run them individually. It'll tell you. The installer is pretty smart, and thanks to Dan, obviously. Let me just scroll down here, and it says replace SIFT GPU master. I'm actually going to say no, because I don't need to do that, but you will probably say overwrite all of it if you got them already installed. If you don't have them, then it won't even ask you for it, so it doesn't really matter. Again, it just went through all of the CMBS, PMBS, etc., etc. I had a lot of errors with these as well. Now I've fixed all of these in my modified file. Hopefully it should go through. I'm obviously using none here. I don't want to replace any files. But I think you won't even get this prompt, because if you don't have them installed already, you won't get it. But if you do get it, you may want to replace all the files. So let's see what happens. Here, this particular one I had a massive error with. Here's where it stopped with the character, you know, like what is that called? A variable undefined error. And I had a lot of trouble with that also. But now I've fixed that, and it's also in the modified file. So you should not get that error. So let's just let it run and see what happens. I mean, I want to just point out that the reason for modified files is because it's High Sierra. Dan's script I guess is not updated, and probably that's why I had a, I was facing a lot of these errors I got. Now it's all fixed, but if you do want to use the AND script, obviously you can go ahead. Watch my first version of this tutorial. It does have a lot of information that you can use and install your VSFM. But if you do find problems with my first tutorial and you cannot go pass through it, certainly you can use this one. But see, you should really watch my first tutorial after you watch this also, because this to add your path, add lines below the bash profile, etc., etc. Now I have not done that, and I have not explained to you what you got to do on this video, but on my first video I have done that. I'm a little lazy to go through it again, so go ahead and watch my first video. Maybe you can skip it to the end where I'm actually showing you how to do this and create a batch profile and whatnot. So like this one, so how to create a batch profile. It's all in my first video, so go and check it out. Hopefully this will help you, and obviously this is now done. All of this is now installed, and you want to see this success opening VSFM dir, and you do want to see this message come up. If you don't, then you usually see, what is that file called? You'll usually see this error come up. There, libsift GPU .so not loading, halt, or something like that, or libpba.so not loading, etc., etc. You get these errors as well. So once you add the create the bash profile, looking at my first video, and change the export paths and whatnot, what you also want to do is actually go into, let's see here, SIFT GPU master in this version, because the first version is actually called just SIFT GPU. This version of the install, it is called SIFT GPU-master. You want to go into, let's say here, that one, SIFT GPU-master bin, and copy this libsift GPU.so and paste it onto your main user folder. And also you want to go into, where do I find the libpba? I'm just trying to figure out where it is now. I don't remember. I think it could be in here actually. There it is, libpba.so. You want to copy those files, not move them. Copy them over to your main directly on your user folder. Also, you want to do that. If not, it won't work. The folders you want to watch out for after the installation is complete are these: VSFM, SIFT GPU-master, PBA, CMBS-PMBS-master, this Mac OS X. You will probably see all of these folders just popped up out of nowhere, and that's because of VSFM installer. Because I ran through this again, let me actually just look at what's going on with my bash profile. In fact, yeah, I already have the paths and everything set up now, so I don't need to worry about that. There's also one more thing I forgot to mention, is the fact that you may get errors relating to config path. Now if you get that error, I will actually leave a link on the description where you can find information on that also, if I got it. If I don't have it, please let me know if you get that error, and I will try and research and I'll give you some answers. Okay. So for now, hopefully this works for you. Let me quit this and actually let me open VSFM and let's see if that works. Because I ran it again, I want to just make sure that it hasn't screwed up anything that I've already done. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to plug in my USB here. See. Let me just run through like, I don't know, 10 of these or whatever. Right, I opened them. I was waiting for it to come up. Okay, it's popped up. That's great. I want to press, oh, let me just pull this log window up here for you. Oh, okay, so if you get this problem, let me just go into set maximum dim. Okay. I think I might have actually overwrote some files. I don't know. Let me see here. Okay. Disable GPU tools, enable GPU. Set maximum dim. Okay. Press that. That's fine. Reconstruct spores. No. Okay, so this has failed. So what I will do, I think I might have actually did something wrong here, which has screwed my system. But anyway, never mind. I'm just gonna go copy these files over and replace them, and then I will go into, replace that also. And let me quit this, and then open it up again. Okay, let's see. I'm going to select a few. I'm waiting for it to load. Hey, I'm back now. What happened was on the other images I used, I already parsed them, so it really did not pick it up, and I couldn't really show you exactly how it worked or not. But anyway, I found another set of files that I can use, and let's see if I can get them to work here. Okay, so let me just choose from, let's say, 71. I don't want to go too far, so let's say 140, about 70 pics, I guess. That should load up now. So it has loaded. That's fine. So when you press that, you want to see that happen. You want to see this happen. Now, if that happens, it's a successful installation, and that's a big deal. If this doesn't happen, if it finishes pretty fast, or like the way it did earlier, then the installation isn't correct, or you may get some errors that you want to look out for, and research about, and or you can go into tools, enable GPU, and set this to set maximum dim. I'm not really sure if that ever worked for me, to be honest. I can't really tell you, but anyway, doesn't matter. So this works. This is a great start. So what I'm going to do is after this, I'm going to go reconstruct sparse, and as you can see, it is constructing right now, which is also great. I was quite excited when I got this to work. I was quite excited to share it with you guys, so you know everyone can use it. This is great. Okay, I think this is complete. Yeah, finished. All right, so let's go for the next one. Reconstruct things. I think that's what it is. Yeah, he'll say, oh, save a file, whatever. Let's see here, dance. That's here, doesn't really matter. Press it. It's calculating. Obviously, the number of files I selected are only 70 image files, and it cannot really pull much data, so you may not be getting enough. But anyway, so this is going to go ahead and do whatever it's supposed to do. I'm going to finish the tutorial here, or the procedure here. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will try and answer. If I cannot answer, the best way for you to get an answer is to do research on it. Okay, thank you. And if it works, please do leave a comment and like and subscribe to my channel, please, if you can. Thank you. Have fun.